Hey, what's up, you guys? Bringing another action figure review to you, and this is a figure I've been highly anticipating. This is a figure I have wanted for decades, and I was waiting for McFarlane to finally make a version of this figure. They came out with the Cyborg Superman from the New 52 last year. I didn't want that because it wasn't the classic Hank Henshaw, the Cyborg Superman, but here we are. Here it is. Here this figure finally is, and it has been worth the wait. Most definitely so. I'm so excited to review this figure. So let's get into it. So you got DC Multiverse Cyborg Superman at the bottom. Got the barcode, if that helps anybody. Got the legalities at the bottom. On the side it says Cyborg Superman Revenge of the Green Lanterns. That's what it's based on. DC Multiverse there. 22 moving parts. That's the top of the box. Got McFarlane Toys in the right corner, ages 12 plus. Got Cyborg Superman on the side there. You got the DC Infinite barcode, App Store, Google Play. You got DC Universe Infinite there. You got the barcode again, and on the back you get some fantastic art of Cyborg Superman, and that's really cool. And you got Cyborg Superman Revenge of the Green Lanterns right there. You got McFarlane Toys right there. So that is just awesome. Seeing Hank Henshaw on the box art like that. And then we got the figure once again. So excited to review this figure. So happy to get into it. So let's do it. Cyborg Superman. And here's Cyborg Superman out of the packaging, and he looks fantastic. He looks awesome sauce. This is an outstanding figure. This is one of McFarlane's best. This is high up there. This is just incredible. So let's get a more detailed and closer look. Cyborg Superman. First of all, his head sculpt is fantastic. His head sculpt is, oh my God. Look at the paint. Look at the colors. Look at the sculpt. Look at his face. The cyborg part of his face. The flesh tone part of his face. That is just awesome sauce. That is off the chain. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at the color of his cyborg eye. I love that. The color of his cyborg face. I love that. Man, McFarlane really killed it. They really killed it. All the way towards the back, you get more of his cyborg head mixed in with his hair. I don't think he has any blue highlights in his hair though, but that's fine. And so we go down a little bit further. You got his. This is one of the best Superman emblems that they've made. This S right here, because they usually do the S and it kind of look like it's like dripping at the bottom, like a drip. But this is just a nice clean S. It is just perfect. Perfect. This shade of blue is fantastic. You get more of his metallic body, his arms and shoulders, all that wiring in there. You see more of it. You see more wiring and more cybernetic stuff going through his arms, which is really awesome. Damn, McFarlane ate this figure up. You see more cybernetic stuff going on around his abdomen. You see all inside there with his cybernetics on the inside. You see his abs there. You see his underoos. The belt loops are painted through his underoos. And he has a wired cape, so you could do what you will with the cape. Lift up the cape. He got more cybernetics going through his back. It just looks outstanding. Look at that. Look at that. More cybernetics there on the inside. His underoos, his little butt. This is just fantastic. I love this shade of blue. This is just perfect for Superman. This is Cyborg Superman, but still. And you have the metallic there, but they didn't paint that, so I gotta ding them for that, but it's okay. You have the cybernetic here on his right boot. I apologize if you could hear that music outside, guys. Somebody's blasting music in their car. But yeah, more cybernetic there. And you got the red boots. Then you got this side of the cybernetic where it has the hole in it, which is comic accurate. So you see the pins here, but here there's no pins. There's just the cybernetic hole, which is awesome. That is just awesome sauce. And you got more cybernetic there going through the back of his knee. And you have the boot here, but it's cybernetic. It's a cybernetic boot. And you got his cybernetic foot, which is awesome. So this figure is outstanding. There's just one thing I'm pissed about. They didn't add the S in the back of his cape. Why McFarlane didn't do that, I don't know. Superman has it, Supergirl have it. They didn't do it for Hank Henshaw. Why they didn't, I don't know. But I'm gonna buy one from eBay with that missile launcher. Somebody selling on eBay like an alternate hand, like a missile launcher, and they selling the yellow S with it. So I'm gonna get that and I'm gonna put it on his back. I don't know why they didn't include the S. I can't understand that at all. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. So he comes out of packaging with this hand and this hand, this cybernetic hand, which is awesome. And been gushing about this figure. Almost forgot about accessories. So he comes with the plain black DC multiverse display stand. He also comes with his trading card, the same art that was on the box, and the data file reads Cyborg Superman, his debut in Adventures of Superman number 485, April 1990. Astronaut Hank Henshaw was on board the LexCorp space shuttle Excalibur with his wife Terry and 2 other crew members when it crashed. At first, the accident was thought to have been caused by Superman, who had created a solar flare, exposing the crew to a fatal dose of radiation. With his body deteriorating, Hank transformed his consciousness into LexCorp's mainframe, recreating himself as a cyborg in Superman's image. When Terry later died, a deranged Hank blamed Superman for her death and became one of the Man of Steel's fiercest foes. With Mongol, he orchestrated the obliteration of Coast City and became an intergalactic threat, battling the Green Lantern Corps. So that's the read up there. So I'm gonna switch out his hands. You get to see that. And so here he is with his alternate hands, his pointer hand and his fisted hand. And those are the accessories. He doesn't come with much, but he does come with something. So I'm glad he comes with alternate hands, because if I was stuck with him just having a pointer and fisted hand, I'd be mad. So you can alternate him to have 2 fisted hands or the open hand, whichever you so choose. So let's jump into articulation. So Hank Henshaw, he can look up about that much. He can look down about that much. He does have attitude. He can go to the left, to the right, all the way around if you so choose. His arms can go out about that much. Full 360 rotation. Upper bicep swivel. Doubly jointed elbows. And a butterfly joint that goes in and out. Full wrist and hinge rotation. And a ball peg in the wrist that goes all the way around. He can hunch back that much. Hunch forward, crunch forward that much. He does have pivoting in his upper ball peg. Also, the upper ball peg can go all the way around. And he can also twist all the way around as well. On the upper ball peg and on the lower ball peg, he can twist all the way around as well. He can do the splits about that much. McFarlane splits. He can kick forward about that much, kick back about that much, slight thigh rotation. Single joint in this leg, a single joint because of the way that it's made with that big gaping hole, which is awesome. But he has doubly jointed knees on this side, so very nice. Also, yeah, I said that rotation, yeah. And he has the ball hinge ankles that can go all the way around, and it could pivot. It can go all the way around. It can hinge all the way around. It can hinge up. It can hinge down, and it does have ankle pivot, and it does have toe articulation. Both feet have toe articulation. So that is the articulation for Mr. Hank Henshaw, and it is not bad at all. And so first up for size comparisons, we'll get Lex Luthor next to Cyborg Superman, my custom Lex Luthor. We also will have Brainiac next to Cyborg Superman. We also will have Supergirl next to Cyborg Superman, and that looks really good. And we will have the big guy, Superman, next to Cyborg Superman. And we will have Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, last but not least, the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, my custom Hal Jordan Green Lantern, next to Cyborg Superman. Since this is Cyborg Superman from Revenge of the Green Lanterns, what they basing this on. But yeah, he looks good next to Hal Jordan, so that's awesome. And so my final thoughts on this figure. This figure gets a 9 out of 10. I was going to give him a 9.5, but I was only going to ding him for not having the yellow S on the back, but I have to ding it for some paint applications because some of the metallic cyborg parts that they didn't paint. So because of that and because of no yellow S, he gets a 9 out of 10, but a very high 9 out of 10. And he is definitely worth a pickup. I say get him if you can. He's sold out everywhere, so it'll be harder to get him in the wild. You'll have to get him by doing the scalper prices. But this is an absolute gem. This is one of McFarlane's best figures. I mean, what they did here is just amazing. It's just unbelievable. From the sculpting to the paint, you know, to everything. This is just a complete figure, mostly. This is a fantastic figure, and he is definitely worth a pickup. He gets a very high 9 out of 10. So this has been my review, guys, of the Cyborg Superman Revenge of the Green Lanterns. Hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and on the next time, I will see you.